Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today I have a book and graphic novel haul for you guys, which I'm going to cap off with this awesome unboxing from A24. Cannot wait to get this guy open. There is a new novelization in here that I had to have when I saw it. So very excited to get this guy opened up and share with you guys some awesome books I picked up recently. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's dive right into my recent book and graphic novel haul. I'm not sure the best way to get through things today, but I think I'm going to bookend it with novelization. So I'm going to start with a novelization and I will end with a novelization. So this one I actually found when my family and I went up to a local city here for the weekend. I found The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. So this is a movie that I have always wanted to see. I remember being so freaked out by like the trailer that played on TV back in the day. And so I've always wanted to see it since then, but I never have. So I found the novelization for it at a local, or not so local, but a used bookstore. So had to grab it. There are some black and white photos on here as well, which is really cool. So yeah, very happy I was able to find this one. This is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and this book is written by Robert Tyne. Let's move over now to the middle grade books I picked up here. And first up, we have one by John Peel. I have another one from this series, but there are a bunch that I don't have, but had to grab it. This is The Outer Limits, The Time Shifter. So again, I do own some other ones from this franchise, maybe one or two others from the Outer Limits middle grade series, but whenever I see them, I always try to pick them up. I don't know. Yes, this is spine number 3, as you can see there. So yeah, I was very excited to come across these. I don't see them very often, which is why I don't have a ton. So had to grab this one when I saw it. This is The Outer Limits, The Time Shifter. I guess I'll show these two together because they're from the same series, and both of these are from the Goosebumps series, but they are the TV books. So these are novelizations of TV shows that were made thanks to the books, right? So it's that whole Inception thing again, which I love, but I have two here. So I have TV book number 11, which is Let's Get Invisible, and then TV book number 15, Monster Blood. So 2 episodes of the show done back into book form. I always talk about how I love when that happens. So yeah, this is another one with full color images on these in the middle here. So yeah, I don't have a ton of these, but I do have a handful. So another one that whenever I see them, I always pick them up because I would love to have the entire set. Frankly, with this one, I don't really know how many there are of this TV book series, but yeah, really cool whenever I come across these. It mixes both middle grade, which I love, Goosebumps, which I adore, and novelizations. I mean, these are no-brainers. So we have Let's Get Invisible and Monster Blood, both by R.L. Stine. You know what? Before I move past these, I just noticed by looking on the inside, these are actually adapted by somebody else. So this one here is adapted by Elizabeth Winfrey, and then Let's Get Invisible is adapted by Megan Stein. So that's fascinating. I have no idea who Megan Stein is. I don't know if they're related to R.L. Stine, but that's fascinating. So we started off with a book written by R.L. Stine, and then it was turned into or adapted into a TV series or a TV episode. And then it was once again adapted back to book form, but written by somebody else. Like, that is super fascinating. I would love to do like a video one day where I read the book, I watch the TV show, and then I read the TV book to see how they all compare, because that is fascinating. But anyway, we can move past the TV books now. The other Goosebumps book I grabbed is one from the brand new House of Shivers line. This is Night of the Living Mummy. So I actually pre-ordered this. This is actually spine number 3, and I pre-ordered this because I bought books 1 and 2 at my daughter's Scholastic Book Fair when she was in school last year. And so I decided I would try to collect all of these at the time I made that decision. So I pre-ordered this one. I mean, this was months and months ago now, but I don't think I'll continue grabbing these. I mean, maybe they're super cheap, so why not? not? But either way, I have this one, but I don't know if you can make it out there, but right in the corner, there is a small tear. So I did a return from Amazon, and I've never seen this before. They sent me a new one and told me, don't bother sending back the old one. So now I have an extra one here, which is weird, but I'll take it. I was just curious if anyone else ever had that happen through Amazon. I guess it's just worth less than that, like worth less to have this one returned than it is to just have me keep it. So that was interesting. I'll probably just end up selling the one that's ripped, you know, for a discounted price on eBay or something. But yeah, so I have The Night of the Living Mummy from R.L. Stine, part of the House of Shivers line. So another one that's a brand new book this month. Last but not least here for the middle grade books is probably the coolest of these finds here, but it's part of a series that I would love to collect all of, but it's really hard to come by. This is Eerie Indiana, and this is actually spine number 1, as you can see on the spine there. So this is Return to Foreverwhere, and these are written by Mike Ford. So like I said, I have only a couple of the Eerie Indiana books in my collection because they are really hard to come by, but the more I can get, the merrier. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the inside here. There's not, so that was a waste of time, but you can see this one actually is a ex-library book, but in surprisingly good shape for what it is. So yeah, had to grab it. I loved Eerie Indiana as a kid, so was really thrilled to come across this one. Spine number 1 here, we have Eerie Indiana, Return to Foreverwhere, written by Mike Ford. Let's look at some graphic novels I grabbed this past month, and I'll start off with the only new one I picked up, but I had to get it because it's another one I had pre-ordered. It is Beware the Planet of the Apes, and you guys know if you follow the channel, I am a gigantic Planet of the Apes fan. So this is actually a new story that's set in the classic continuity of the original film. So very cool. I've not actually gotten around to reading this one yet, but this is another one that I had to do an exchange on from Amazon because the first one that came was in a bag and it was ripped on the cover. So I said, nope, not going to happen. It was either ripped or all like folded up. I can't remember exactly what was wrong with it, but it was in bad shape. So that one, they did ask for it back. So I sent that back when I got this one in. But yeah, either way, very excited to have this in the collection. Cannot wait to check it out. I love Planet of the Apes. I've read a ton of the graphic novels from Planet of the Apes as well, but I've not read this one yet. So I definitely will get around to this one sooner rather than later. This is Beware the Planet of the Apes. I think everything else in here, excluding the A24 package, is all from Ollie's. So the first graphic novel I grabbed from Ollie's is a Green Lantern graphic novel. I was trying to find a spine number, but I'm not seeing one. But this is Intergalactic Law Man by Grant Morrison. So this is hardcover, which is really cool. You can see it was only $5.99, so a really good price on this, and it is volume 1. I thought it was as I was sitting here, but I couldn't find it. So it is volume 1 of this series, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up. I've not read this, but I'm sure I will, and I'm hoping I enjoy it because I've not read a ton of Green Lantern in my life. So this is Green Lantern, volume 1, Intergalactic Law Man by Grant Morrison. And the other graphic novel I picked up is not a volume 1. I believe this is a standalone graphic novel, but this is Joker and Harley, Criminal Sanity. So very fitting that I'm showing this one right now because, of course, Joker 2 just came out in theaters over the past weekend here, and apparently it's bombed and not getting a lot of great reviews, but my wife and my buddy and I are planning to go see this one in the next week or so here, so I'll let you know what I think at that point, but I don't know, I loved the original film, so I'm just excited to see what the sequel is going to be, and I know it's a musical, but I have a theater background, so I don't have any problems with musical theater, so I would be very intrigued to see how this is going to be. But anyway, this one just looked interesting. I don't know. This is written by Kami Garcia. Never heard anything about it. Frankly, I don't know much about it, but it's a really well-priced Joker graphic novel, so of course I'm going to pick it up. Another hardcover one here. So if you guys know anything more about this, let me know. Hopefully it'll be enjoyable. This is Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity. The last two from Ollie's here are ones that are, I would call them reference books, but they're both film related. So this first one for $8. No way I was passing this up. This is Horror Unmasked, A History of Terror from Nosferatu to Nope. And this one is written by Brad Wiseman. So this is a coffee table book, I guess you would call it, and it looks gorgeous. And I will just open it up on the inside. You can see the introduction there. So all full color and looks beautiful. just so many cool things in this book. So yeah, definitely one that I am looking forward to sitting down and spending some time with. But yeah, couldn't pass it up. For $8, this thing is nice, big, and chunky, and it's gorgeous. So Horror Unmasked is now in the collection. I think this is such a cool find. I saw this at multiple Ollie's this past month, so definitely check yours. You might get lucky and find this one as well. And then arguably even cooler than that one is another one from Ollie's, only $7, which blows my mind. Clive Barker's Dark Worlds. So this is one by Phil and Sarah Stokes, and it, as it says it right down here, inside the legendary mind of one of the creators of whatever. It's about Clive Barker and all of his works. So this is fascinating. Now, I have seen a number of the films that have been made off of Clive Barker's material. I've read Hellraiser at least. I know there's some others I think I've read also, but yeah, like, he's great at what he does. And so this is fascinating to check out. The one at Ollie's was opened. I've not opened this one yet, but it's another one that's just full color. It looks beautiful. Was not leaving this one behind. Another one that's even bigger than the Horror Unmasked, and it was $7. So really good price on this one. This is Clive Barker's Dark Worlds, written by Phil and Sarah Stokes. Definitely check out your Ollie's. Another one you might get lucky with. All right, so now it's time for the unboxing, and I am so excited about this one. So I just cut it open. So let's see what's inside here. All right, so we have a little postcard-like thing. Nothing on the back, but a little postcard there from a movie, which looks familiar. I feel like it's a movie I've seen recently, but the name is escaping me. I really enjoyed it. I watched it on Netflix. There's a review here on the channel. The name's escaping me, though. But anyway, and then look at this. A nice fancy envelope here. I'm guessing this is probably just going to be my receipt. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Not much more, but man, that's fancy for a receipt. Very cool. And then the main event here, wrapped in some paper. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is super cool. Oh, yes, please. This is awesome. This is the novelization to one of my favorite horror films of the past 5 or so years here, X. So this is written by Tim Wagner, of course, based on the Ty West film. Again, perfect timing with this because as I'm filming that, actually, the day this video is going to be released, Maxine is hitting 4K and Blu-ray. So hopefully that'll be on my doorstep later today. But oh my gosh, I am so excited for this. This is in great shape. It feels awesome. It's textured. Feels super nice. Oh my God, this is awesome. This is exactly like the type of thing I love. You can see the back there. When screams of ecstasy turn into cries for help. Oh, this is such a great movie. And so I am so excited to read the book here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's... yeah, just reading that one page, it's like, yep, that's definitely not YouTube ad friendly. So I won't read that out loud. But yeah, this is awesome. This just came out. Another individual here I follow on YouTube, who I will link his channel down below. He's awesome. I've talked about him multiple times, but he posted it to his community page and just let everybody know that, hey, this is out. You can buy it. Now, it's not super cheap with shipping and everything. I think I spent like 25 bucks for this, which normally you can see it's just a mass market paperback size. I would spend like $9 or less, but for this one, I was willing to make the exception. So happy to have this. There are, Pearl is going to be out in the same form. And then I don't know if Maxine's been announced, but I imagine it's coming. It probably has been. I'm just forgetting. But either way, I'll be spending 25 bucks a pop on these if that's what it takes because I'm not going to miss out. So very happy to add this one to the collection. A24 is delivering the type of stuff I absolutely love. So this is awesome. Capping off today's video, we have the novelization for Ty West's X, written by Tim Wagner. All right, so excluding a couple of the larger books, this is most everything that we've looked through today. And I know book hauls aren't everybody's thing, so if you've made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate it. And I'd love to hear from you guys. Do you have any interest at all in reading the novelization for the movie X? I mean, if you don't have any interest, I don't know how we can be friends. No, I'm completely kidding, of course. I know novelizations are not for everybody, but I absolutely hope to read that one by the end of this year because it was one of my most anticipated releases in book form for 2024 ever since I heard about it, which frankly wasn't even that long ago, but so happy to have that in the collection now. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this haul and anything else down in the comments below. I appreciate any and all support. And again, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. That really does help the channel out, so I appreciate you. But with that said, guys, thank you again for watching. I really appreciate that. And before you go, I'll just encourage you all to consume some media today. Thanks again, and I will catch you all next time.